In a cozy little cottage, nestled between rolling green hills and a sparkling blue river, lived a cat named Oliver. Oliver wasn't just any cat. He had a sleek, ginger coat, emerald green eyes, and a spirit brimming with curiosity. His days were usually filled with chasing sunbeams, napping in patches of warm laundry, and playfully batting at the dangling cords of window blinds. But Oliver held a secret dream, a legend passed down through generations of whiskered storytellers, the tale of the golden fish. This wasn't just any fish. The golden fish was said to possess scales that shimmered with the light of 1,000 suns and fins that trailed stardust. Legend had it that a single glimpse of this magnificent creature would bring a lifetime of happiness and the most delicious, never-ending supply of salmon treats. For a cat like Oliver, this was the ultimate treasure, the pinnacle of feline achievement. One sunny afternoon, while perched on his favorite windowsill, Oliver urged human, a kind old lady named Alara, reading from an ancient book. Her voice was soft as she read about a hidden cove, where the river bends like a sleeping crescent moon, a place only reachable when the morning mist is thickest. It was there, the book said, that the golden fish would appear at dawn. Oliver's ears twitched. His heart thumped with excitement. This was it. This was the clue he had been waiting for his entire life. The decision was made. That very night, under the watchful eye of a sliver of moon, Oliver began his grand adventure. He slipped out of the cat flap, a tiny bell on his collar tinkling softly, a sound that usually meant trouble, but tonight it was the chime of destiny. The world outside was different at night. The familiar garden transformed into a mysterious jungle of towering flowers and shadowy bushes. Every rustle of leaves sounded like a lurking monster, and the hoot of a distant owl sent a shiver down his spine. But the thought of the golden fish pushed him forward. His first challenge came in the form of Bartholomew, a grumpy old badger who guarded the path leading to the woods. Bartholomew was known for his short temper and his love for quiet nights. "And where do you think you're going, little fluffball?" he grumbled, blocking the path with his stout body. Oliver, thinking fast, remembered that Alara often left out a bowl of sweet berries for the garden creatures. He had seen Bartholomew sneak a few. "I'm on a very important quest, sir," Oliver said politely. "But I happen to know where the juiciest, sweetest blackberries grow, right by the old stone wall." Bartholomew's grumpy face softened slightly. The promise of a midnight snack was too good to resist. With a nod, he let Oliver pass, pointing him toward the river path. Following the faint gurgle of the water, Oliver ventured deeper into the woods. The trees grew taller, their branches intertwining to form a dense canopy that blotted out the moonlight. He had to rely on his keen night vision and his sensitive whiskers to navigate the tangled roots and fallen logs. It was here he met his next companion, a wise old owl named Professor Hoot. Perched high on a branch, the professor watched Oliver with his large, intelligent eyes. A cat, so far from home? He cooed. "You must be seeking something extraordinary." Oliver explained his quest for the golden fish. Professor Hoot listened patiently, nodding his head. "Ah, the golden fish. A noble pursuit indeed. The river is tricky, and the mist can be disorienting. But if you follow the fireflies, their light will guide you through the fog to the Crescent Cove." As if on cue, a swarm of fireflies began to glow around them, their tiny lights blinking like a living map. Oliver thanked the professor, his heart filled with gratitude. He wasn't just a lone cat on a mission anymore. He had friends helping him along the way. He followed the dancing lights of the fireflies, which led him along the riverbank. The air grew cooler and damp, a sign that the morning mist was beginning to form. Just as the professor had warned, a thick white fog rolled in from the water, blanketing everything in an ethereal haze. He could barely see his own paws in front of him. Panic started to creep in, but then he remembered the fireflies. Their gentle glow was a beacon, a promise. He focused on their light, one paw step at a time, trusting their guidance. Finally, through a break in the fog, he saw it. The river curved perfectly, just like a sleeping crescent moon. Tall reeds lined the bank, and the water was as still as glass. This was the hidden cove. Oliver's heart hammered against his ribs. He crept silently to the water's edge, his emerald eyes scanning the surface. The first rays of dawn were beginning to pierce through the mist, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange. The world held its breath. And then it happened. A ripple disturbed the calm water, and from the depths, a light began to glow. It grew brighter and brighter until a fish, more magnificent than Oliver could have ever imagined, emerged. Its scales were pure molten gold, catching the morning light and scattering it into 1,000 tiny rainbows. Its fins were like spun silk, trailing sparkles in the water. It was the golden fish. Oliver was mesmerized, completely frozen in awe. He had imagined this moment so many times, but the reality was far more beautiful. The fish swam closer to the bank, its wise, ancient eyes meeting Oliver's. In that moment, Oliver didn't feel the urge to pounce or to catch it. He felt a profound sense of peace and wonder. The fish seemed to communicate without a sound, a feeling of contentment and joy washing over the little cat. It wasn't about possessing the treasure. It was about the beauty of the experience, the journey itself. After a few magical moments, the golden fish gave a graceful flick of its tail, dipped below the surface, and vanished, leaving only shimmering ripples behind. The sun was now fully risen, the mist had cleared, and the cove was just a simple, beautiful bend in the river once more. Oliver turned for home, his heart full. He didn't have a fish to show for his efforts, but he had something much better. He had the memory of a grumpy badger who loved berries, a wise owl who shared his knowledge, a swarm of fireflies that lit his way, and the breathtaking sight of the golden fish. He realized that the happiness the legend spoke of wasn't about an endless supply of treats. It was about the courage to seek adventure, the kindness of strangers, and the beauty of the world waiting just beyond his windowsill. When he finally trotted back through the cat flap, tired and a little muddy, Alara was just waking up. She scooped him up, cuddling him close. "Oh, Oliver, where have you been, you little adventurer?" she murmured, stroking his fur. Oliver just purred, a deep, rumbling sound of pure contentment. He had his cozy home, his loving human, and a heart full of extraordinary memories. And he knew, with absolute certainty, that he was the happiest cat in the whole wide world. Thank you so much for joining Oliver on his incredible adventure. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming tales. We'd love to have you as part of our community. See you in the next video.